Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Data Science Nerd. So today we will be continuing our series on data analysis with Python. So we will be using the Pandas library, which is a data library basically used for like analyzing data in Python. So I will take just one sample data, and this is a Google Colab. It's like a IDE, basically a development environment. So you can use any environment like Jupyter Notebook or Spider or anything, VS Code. Okay, that's not a problem. But it is a cloud-based environment, easy to use. You don't have to install anything. Just directly go to Google Colab and just log in via your Google email, and directly you can start coding. Okay, so we will see first that how we are going to do analysis in Python. Okay, so first we need to install Python. If you don't have like Pandas library install, you have to install in this web in this manner, like pip install pandas. Okay, now run this code, run this command. So now, my particular PC is showing that requirement already satisfied because I have already installed. So the next thing that you have to do is you have to import pandas as pd. So pd is the alias name that I am giving. Okay, so I took a sample data basically, so I will try to read it. Okay, so let me upload it. So this is the data that I imported, and I'm just uploading it and we'll try to read. So let's see how to read data. Okay, in pandas basically. So basically we are going to whatever we are going to read, right? We are going to store in a data frame basically. So what is data frame? So all these basic things I have already discussed in our first part of this video, right? The first video that we made yesterday, right? So you go to that video, watch that video. That video is very important for your conceptual clarity. Okay, so go to that video. I have explained like a very small terms as well in that video, and watch that video, then come to this video so that you continue that series, right? Otherwise you will miss and you will directly jump to here and there. That won't serve a ultimate purpose, right? So better go to that and try to watch it and then come here. Okay, so let me check. Okay, so this is the data that I'm going to read. Okay, I'm just copying the name. So anybody knows that how to read the a CSV file? So let's say I am making a data frame called df. Okay, and I'm going to read data, and whatever I will read, I'm going to store that in my data frame called df. So it is like pd dot read csv. This is a predefined function in pandas, read csv. In double quotes I will write the file name. Okay, now I will run this. See, pd dot read csv and the file name, then I will read it. Okay, and then I will run it. Let's see. Okay, now this has been read. Okay, so now I will make a another column, let's say another tab. So what I will do here, I will write as df dot head 5. So df dot head 5 means, that means whatever I have read from my data, I'm just trying to show 5 records from that. Okay, so let me run it. See, can you see this data? So this is how our data looks like. Okay, see, rank, book title, book price, rating, author, year of publication, what is the genre, URL, all these things are given. Okay, so now we are going to perform some analysis in this. Okay, let's say let's take any analysis what we are going to do. Okay, for example, can you tell me that how many how many genres are present in this? Anybody can tell me, can do comment down in the comment section. Anybody knows? So that means I want to see that how many these values are present. Let's say for example, this particular data frame df, and what column I want? I want genre. Okay, me run it. I think I'm doing a syntax. No, no, it's okay. Okay, so this is how many geners are present. Okay, if you see that, let me, I don't exactly remember. I think it was a distinct function. Let me check. No, it was not distinct. I think it was drop duplicates, maybe. I don't exactly remember what was the function. Ah, it was drop duplicate. Okay, so can you see now the genre that are present in this? Fantasy, romance, memoir, autobiography, children, fantasy, thriller, mystery, personal finance, all these things, all these like genres are present in this data. So this is how we show our, like, right, you do distinct values in your SQL, right? These are nothing but distinct values that I am showing here. Okay, I hope you got this right. So now let's say i I want all the records from this particular table, where let's say, let's filter out based on a book price. Okay, so let's say I want to show all the records from this table where, let's say, the price is greater than or less than, let's say, greater than 10. Okay, so how will I show it? Can anybody tell? So here I am going to do df. Okay, see how I am going to do df. Okay, so now inside df, so this is how overall what I want to show. Okay, then inside df I want those records where df of my, what is the column name, book price. Okay, book price, let's say, is greater than 10. Okay, can you see this? These are my records where book price is greater than 10. Okay, so can you tell me that like the what we are doing here, we can do, do similar things in SQL as well? Like for example, where we apply a where clause is there, right, in SQL, how we do this? So let's say I want another clause here. For example, let's say df of okay, so let's take another clause. Let's say I want where price. So you remember, right, in SQL you do, when you have, whenever you have to apply multiple condition, right, in SQL you apply where, then this greater than this, and like that you apply those condition, right? In similar way we are going to apply these condition here as well. So df, the first condition, and let's say the second condition. So second condition, let's say for example, what is the column that shows year of publication? Okay, let's say I want to show year of publication as, year of publication as what, 2023. 2023. Okay, now if I run this, let's run, then see. So here this is like where condition, where I am filtering my data. I applied that book rating should be greater than 10 and it should be in 2023. So this is multiple where clause. That means I am filtering my data based on multiple conditions. Okay, this is how we will filter out data. I hope you are resembling it with your SQL queries, right? It is actually very similar to SQL. It's just the syntax that matters. Okay, if you like, if you can like understand that the syntax of Python, basic syntax, that how to make function, how to run loop, how these things are working, then that is fine. You can easily do this pandas library. Basically you can easily analyze all your data, okay, using pandas. That's not a problem, but you have to do that. Okay, at least your basic should be clear. So now what other column, what other analysis we can do? Can you anybody tell? So let's say this book price is there. So you remember like minimum maximum values you find out in your what we call SQL, right? So similar way here also we have a similar structure of doing that. Let me show it via. So I'm doing this for you only, okay? Just for so that you guys can understand what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing it live on your like I have like it has been a very long time when I did all this. So I have forget the syntax, but no problem. So maximum, okay? This is how we would use maximum function. So we are using this column on rating function. So let's say I want to check what is the maximum rating given to any particular book, okay? So this is how I will run this query. Sorry, I think the extra space is there. Okay, 5 is the maximum rating that has been given to any book, okay? So this I hope you are like knowing resembling this to your SQL, right? Same thing I'm just doing the maximum of rating. We will do select max of rating from the table name, and here I am just doing df of rating and then finding out maximum. Okay, so this is very similar to that. Okay, so now let's go to so any some basic things I will like show you. So for example, if I want to show you that uh, let's assume that how many rows are present in this, how many rows are present in this particular data frame. So how will I do? I will write it like this: print then pd dot options dot display dot max rows. Okay, max rows. I will run this and I will see it that how many 60. Okay, this is what, this is my system maximum rows. Okay, that means if what if let's say your data frame contains more than 60 rows, for example. Okay, let's assume your data frame contains more than 60 rows, then the you generally write print df statement. So whenever you write print df statement, that means whenever you will print your data frame, that particular statement will return only the headers and the first and the last 5 rows. Okay, the first and the last 5 rows. I hope you got this right. That means up to 60 it will show, but when it goes above 60, it will just show the first 5 rows and the last 5 rows. This is how the default setting is. Okay, you can change this default settings. So it is not actually the number of rows present in your data frame. It is basically your system by default setting that it is from your particular data frame. This is the maximum rows that it can show. Okay, okay, it is not counting the number of records. There is a difference. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, let's see something else. So so this was a csv file. Okay, for excel file, if you have excel access for format is there, right? You have a function called read excel. I'm just telling you so that you can know. And for json we have a function called read json. Okay, all these are file format functions. Okay, so what else we can see? Df or you already tell. So you know, right, head of 10 means first 10 records. Head of 10 means first 10 records and tail of 10 means last 10 records. Okay, head of 10 means first 10 records, tail of 10 means last 10 records. Okay, okay, let's see. I want to see the metadata information. That means the data about the data. Can you see this? These are the columns present, how many of non-null count, what is the data type, all these things are given to me here. Okay, we can know all the information by using the your data frame name dot info function. Okay, okay, what else we can see? Sorry. What else? What else? What else? Anything else that you can think of? So let's say in my data frame, right? Can you tell me that how can I remove rows from my table, from my data frame? For example, let's say some let's say empty cells are there. Okay, so how will I remove that? So they are removed by using a function called drop na. Okay, okay, this is how it get used. Okay, drop na. Okay, it contains 100 into 8 columns, and when I do it drop na, I think only 97 columns remains. See, the rows are getting dropped, right? So what it is actually doing, it is actually dealing with the empty cells. Basically it is to remove rows that contains empty cells. Okay, this is how we are doing our analysis. Let's say some other thing. So you might have heard of a keyword called in place. What is the meaning of in place, do you know? So let's say if you want to change your original data frame, okay? If you want to change your original data frame, you have to write in place equal to true. What I'm saying, just listen carefully. For example, if I did write drop na, right? But if I do it like this, right? Oh, sorry. What did I miss? Oh, sorry. I just wrote drop. This drop na. Okay. So now if you see this, right, it contains 97 rows now. Originally it has 100. But if I again do df, right, then it will again show me 100. It doesn't get stored in df. So what I can actually do, either I can store it in another data frame. For example, df1 is equal to df dot drop na, and then I will store it in df1. Or what I can do is df dot drop na, and I will write in place equal to true. In place equal to true. What is the meaning of it? So if I use this, right, see, it has run, right? Do you know what will happen now? It will change the original data frame. It will show you 97 records only. See, all three records that were containing empty cells have been dropped. Okay, this is the meaning of in place equal to true. Okay, I hope you won't forget this now. Now the second thing is, let's say, mm, some empty cells are there. Okay, so this is quite often used when you do real-time analysis in statistics. Basically, some statistical analysis, whenever you will do, you will get these types of problems. So you will be asked that replace all empty cells with, let's say, a median of a data, or a mode of a data, or a mean of a data. All these things you have to analyze and do. Okay, so whenever I want to replace something, for example, let's say in my data frame, so right now I already have made in place equal to true. Instead of doing that, let's again run df. Okay, let's again run df, because I don't want to drop at this moment. Now when I run this df again, 100 records will show, because I have again ran the df. Okay, okay, so now I want to fill all those empty places with, let's say, some random value 0 or 1. So when I want to fill empty places, that means null values, with some random values, or let's say mean of a value, let's say, or the median of a value, anything. So I will use a fill na function. Now fill na function, I will just write 1. I want to fill every empty cells with 1, and then I am doing in place equal to true. What does that mean? That means now when I will run it, right, let's see now, let's run this. Drop NA. Okay, let's see. Can anybody tell me why when I am now when I am using drop NA function on DF, why 100 rows are there? Why not 97? Why 3 rows are not getting dropped? Can anybody tell? Because I have already filled my empty cells with the value called 1 and I have placed in place equal to true. That means my data frame will originally get replaced with all those empty cells with the value 1. But when I don't have any empty cells, then drop any function will not drop anything, right? That's why we have a 100 rows here. It is not getting dropped. But let's say I want to use this just for some particular column, not all empty cells, just for some particular columns I want to use. So instead of doing this, what I will do is I will use, let's say there is a column called ID. Okay, so what I will write, I will use like this. So wherever only ID column is null, or let's say empty, fill that ID column with a value called 1. This is the most important thing. Okay, this is how we are going to use our data. See, I'm like explaining it like a kid for all of you guys. Okay, so try to like learn these things. Okay, this is very easy, not a very like tough task. Okay, I'm just explaining all this so that I can learn also, because I have done this in the past few years ago. Even I have forget all these things, but I'm just remembering this for all of you guys so that I can learn and you can learn from me. Okay, so do learn these things and let me know that if you have any doubt on these things. Okay, so these are some basic structure syntax that I have explained today. Okay, so tomorrow onwards we will again starting all we will starting from replacing these values from mean, median, mode and everything. Okay, we will see some advanced level statistical analysis how we can do in Python. Okay, in Pandas. So do let me know if you have any doubt. Okay, and if you are learning anything from my videos, I always say do subscribe to my videos, comment your queries in comment section. Anything you have any doubt on data analysis, anything, do comment down. Okay, thanks a lot.